Alyssa, we're so ready for some West Coast softball, too, and we have two teams left in Los Angeles. It's the host UCLA Bruins and the South Carolina Gamecocks. These two teams getting ready to rock. UCLA rocking the bus, as is tradition. They have to win one time today in order to make it to Supers. For South Carolina, they have got to beat the Bruins twice, something they have yet to do this season. And yes, you heard the ladies talking about it. The Big Bats will be out in Westwood. You're watching NCAA Softball Regionals presented by Capital One. Regional Final Sunday. This is where you want to be, and two teams are there. South Carolina had to play an elimination game last night. They took down Cal State Fullerton for the second time on the weekend, and the Gamecocks into the regional final where they are going to have to beat UCLA twice. The Bruins just one win, and they will advance. Let's go. This is what we've all waited for. Regional finals. Courtney Lau alongside two-time National Player of the Year and Olympic bronze medalist Danielle Laurie. And the big story this season, UCLA's bats. Man, they can swing it. More home runs than anyone's ever hit in a single season. And Megan Grant, more home runs than a single player has hit in a single season.
I know. Will we see number 40 tonight? I do not know. But you do know this is the best offense in the country. At this ballpark, they are a threat to hit the ball out every single time someone steps in the box. And you know South Carolina knows that.
And they've set themselves up for success. With just one win today, they can go back to the Super Regionals. So far, the Bruins have hit 7 home runs on the weekend. We're going to show you all of them. Danielle, when you watch them at the plate, why do they have so much success?
Well, I think first and foremost, their ability to know what they're hunting, right? They are so patient. They have that mentality of, man, I just want to get to first base. That's the goal. We've seen Megan Grant walk more this regional than we've seen her hit. So it's just understanding all of them have a plan of attack. They know they need everyone to be successful. And this is one of the, if not the scariest offense in the country.
189 home runs on the season. But South Carolina has shown they've got a bat, too. Right at the top of the order, Quincy Lilio.
Don't even get me started with Lilio. She is by far my favorite on this Gamecock team. She's been clutch. Listen, what she's been able to do as far as the long ball, she's just been able to ignite this level of confidence into this squad. And in a regional setting, in a final, you look to her to be able to lead from up top.
She had not hit a home run until this weekend. She was saving them for mayhem just the right time. Both of these teams hitting over 300, but man, that ERA is something to watch. For UCLA, pitching has been a question.
And that's the question mark on UCLA, and it has been all year. Is pitching going to hang? We shall see.
Super regional appearances at stake. Which one of these teams will move on?
NCAA Softball Regionals are presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
A trio of seniors for the Bruins and 8 seniors for the South Carolina Gamecocks, trying to keep their careers alive in the college game. And Jory Hurt, she's one of those for South Carolina. She has carried the load. No question she was getting the ball today.
Exactly. She is that senior, and A win or go home, back up against the wall. She is someone that you are going to give that ball to. Listen, looking at the win-loss, it does not, to me, represent how well she's thrown. She has been a rock for this team. She has that elite stuff and that glove side run, meaning in tight on the lefty. She's comfortable going in. I think the changeup is the money pitch for her when she can throw that and command that. And listen, she's the heartbeat of this team. They're going to look to her to have a good performance game one.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups brought to you by Capital One for UCLA. And the first thing you always look at, right, is the Bruin Bombers, Megan Grant and Jordan Woolry, hitting at .363 in the regional. They're the only duo to hit 30-plus home runs in the same season. Riley Slimp, though, is the leadoff. And this is a matchup that we started the day yesterday with. What did you notice about Jory Hurd, who also got the start yesterday against UCLA, only made it an inning?
I just feel like she wasn't as sharp as we've seen her in the past, meaning like kind of falling behind a little bit in some counts. Maybe her velo was a smidge down than what we've normally seen. I mean, she's upper 60s. I've seen her touch 70, so she's going to have to bring that confidence. And listen, at this point, I mean, you got to let it rip. You have nothing to lose, right? Like, when your backs are up against the wall as pitchers, I think sometimes those are the moments where you shine the most.
Right into the glove of Ariana Rhodey, ready at first.
And this is a nice pitch by Jory Hurd. She's just ready for the inner half. Ari ready at first. The liner right back at her. A couple pitches and one out here.
Now Megan Grant, who has set a single season record with 39 home runs. That's an NCAA record, not just a UCLA record. She hit 38, which broke the record last week in the Big Ten championship game against Nebraska. Someone who is just playing free in her senior season. So comfortable at the plate, not feeling the pressure. That's allowed her to do some pretty incredible things like this, hitting number 39 yesterday.
Yeah, she's pretty incredible, everyone. Just has this good plate presence, very routine oriented.
This one high up, just on the edge of the grass, and Tori Ensley makes the grab to retire Megan Grant.
Well, and you could hear Tori Ensley yelling as soon as that ball went up. And listen, if I can say anything about South Carolina and them today, the defense to me has to be sharper. They have to be on point. And it starts with someone like Tori Ensley. Offensively, she's a key piece, but I think in center field, for her to be able to just kind of be that leader.
Yeah, and you've got to be locked in, because now here comes Jordan Woolry, who has 109 RBI, Danielle.
Yeah, just one of 5 to ever do it. I know we talk a lot about the home runs, but I mean, I love me someone that can step into the box and get some runs. I also think that's why you have her hitting behind someone like Megan Grant, because of that RBI production as well. But 109, I mean, the batting average, it's just, I mean, all
what?
of those. Just
what?
All of it.
Now, yesterday, Woolry against South Carolina was 0 for 3. That did end a 7-game hit streak. But still, second most single-season RBI all time. This one rolls to Carly Shelton. 3 up, 3 down. That's an important start for South Carolina, who has shown some struggles on defense. Now they get to grab the bats for the first time. After some struggles on Friday night, Taylor Tinsley yesterday, that was the pitcher that we know.
I just think it was so impressive for her to be able to bounce back, too, and just have that confidence. She climbs the ladder. She goes side to side well. She was able to mix in that changeup when she needed, and that's what she's going to have to do today. It's not much of a change of a game plan going up against South Carolina, but it's just that confidence you need in the circle. And listen, she could have crumbled after game one. I mean, a 10 spot, given up. I mean, that's not like her, and I think to just continue to ride out what your offense is going to give you and have that short-term memory.
And she looked so much more confident, too, in the circle, was able to work her pitches a lot more effectively yesterday.
Yeah, and I think being able to try to get ahead of hitters, I know that sounds cliche these days, but we know that as pitching, it's a hitter's game. You don't want to fall behind. She can go down, has that up, the change. But I do believe when she has that changeup, similar to Jory Hurd, that is the money pitch.
Capital One starting lineups for South Carolina. You start off with a doozy with Quincy Lilio. She goes by Q, and she's had her first 2 home runs of the season. Oh, you know, this weekend. Hitting .500. And Tinsley sends the first pitch in for a strike. Back to back.
I just feel like I got to give a quick shout out to my girl Christina Drum behind the plate. I've loved watching her in this regional. I feel like she has done a phenomenal job behind the plate. She has great corners.
Lilio lifting it towards left. Riley Slimp. For Taylor Tinsley, Danielle, going into this season, Kelly I and the coaching staff had a conversation with her about, look, you're going to have to carry the load. She's the only returning pitcher from last year's staff, as they had 2 big transfers.
Yeah, definitely a different type of pressure and workload that she's going to have. And I definitely think she's worked a lot with that mental performance coach they have in Mondo, of just like the little things, of course, but understanding like, hey, it's my senior year. I gotta go out. I gotta try to enjoy it. I love the short-term memory from Friday to the rest of the weekend.
She was honest with us before the regional, and she said, look, at the beginning of the year, it was a little scary to know how much this team was going to rely on me. But she has settled into it, and her teammates have supported her through everything. Tori Ensley at the plate now. Ooh, Lexi Wagner over there. First base coach, better watch out.
This was definitely close. I know it'll be interesting to see with South Carolina and their plan of attack offensively against Taylor Tinsley yesterday. I feel like she did a really good job of being able to kind of exploit that upper part of the plate. She was getting some good swings and misses on that. So we asked Kelly Inouye Perez, you need to switch up the game plan. And she said, no, like, we're just going to continue to keep going and assess as we go throughout the game.
Strikeout of Ensley. While UCLA had the quickest path to the regional final, South Carolina had to play an extra game. They beat Fullerton on Friday and then faced UCLA yesterday, lost that game 7-2, and then had to play again last night after going back to the hotel and beat Fullerton for a second time on the weekend. There's the second baseman, Carly Shelton. And Ashley Chastain Woodard leading her alma mater, trying to get to back-to-back supers for the first time. She did not. This regional matches up with the Tallahassee regional, which we saw the upset of the host Florida State Seminoles go down. UCF victorious there, and Kelly Inouye Perez is going to go out to the circle and talk to her battery. Now, a lot of times Alexis Ramirez will call pitches with Taylor Tinsley, but Kelly I obviously A lot of experience there with the battery.
Well, and being able to go out right after you strike out the last hitter to then to a quick 2-0 count, just trying to get on the same page. Ramirez behind the dish does at times call those pitches. And I love me a lefty catcher. I had one in college. Alicia Matthews was her name, and it was one of my favorites just simply because you can really kind of carve out that inside part to those left-handed hitters, and their ability to be able to frame those pitches is just bittersweet. Love it.
Shelton, it's high, but it's foul. I love how you describe that, bittersweet. They actually call Alexis Ramirez lefty.
Yeah.
That's her nickname.
Well, and at times you don't really see a whole lot of lefty catchers in the game, and it's not like a unicorn thing, like putting a left-handed, you know, thrower at shortstop or anything.
High hop towards Woolry, who tags first. 3 up, 3 down for the UCLA defense. Scoreless game in this regional final. We love a good storyline, so as soon as the bracket came out, you couldn't help but see a rematch of last year's Supers, but it was in Columbia, South Carolina. The Gamecocks 1 pitch away from the Women's College World Series, and Jordan Woolry said no.
Well, and I won't forget where I was because I was calling that game, and I could not believe it. I could not believe that I know she was 0-for, but they chose to pitch to her in that situation, and she punched their ticket to the next game, which just gave them the life and all the momentum going into game 3. It's almost like you just felt like they were going to go take it.
Yeah. And these teams, of course, not looking back on last year, but that's our job, right? We love a good storyline. We love some drama. 2 totally different teams, and this weekend has not been the first time since that Super they played. They actually played during the regular season back on February 21st at the Mary Nutter, and UCLA trailed to South Carolina 4-0. Scored 5 in the bottom of the 7th to win it. I think 2 teams have come a long way since that February meeting.
You definitely remember those meetings. Those are some of the most kind of fun tournaments to play, and I love playing at Cathedral City, and just, you know, you're playing multiple games a day. You're seeing all the different fans that are coming in. There's a lot of adrenaline in those types of games too, but I'm with you. Different teams.
The South Carolina team all season has played a really tough schedule. A little late on the field, starting the clock. So Alina Garcia is going to lead off here. And Alina Garcia, a redshirt freshman, because last year, pretty early in the season, she went down with an injury. It was the starting shortstop. Injured after week 3, and man, just a worker, so true to her rehab, but still was able to stay connected to the team. She traveled with them for the postseason because Kelly I thought it was really important to make sure that she experienced that, got to see the team in that environment, and has slid right back into the starting shortstop now as a redshirt freshman.
Yeah, there was some big moments for UCLA last year, and going to the Women's College World Series and just being able to be like Garcia in that environment. Some of those games, that Tennessee game with the Appendix G, I mean, there's just...
Never forget it. It's my favorite appendix.
I mean, the size 12 foot, not touching home plate. And Megan Grant said it herself. She put her shoe size out there, not me. She said it in that 7 innings live, her and Jordan Woolry. She goes, I don't know how I missed it. And I have a size 12 foot. I mean, non-reviewable play. Still one of my craziest moments in Oklahoma City.
2 balls and a strike to Garcia from Hurd. That looked good off the bat, out to left. Alina Garcia is on. First hit for the Bruins. And 23-game reach base streak now for Garcia.
But a nice job, too, in a hitter's count. 2-1, it's a little bit too much over the heart of the plate and just pulls it hard to the left side.
As part of the lineup, they go back-to-back freshmen in Garcia and Bri Alejandre, the third baseman, who's on a 5-game hit streak. First pitch strike from Jory Hurd. Alejandre had a 2-run home run yesterday against South Carolina. Out to center, Inslee's there. Garcia getting back, doubled her up.
I know they're sitting there chatting about whether to look at this, but from my bird's eye view, I thought she definitely got her. She did the tag, but man, what a throw by Inslee. She has cat-like reflexes out there, gets to it so quick. Ah, man.
First base. UCLA is challenging that.
I think she got her.
Under further review.
So UCLA will use their challenge. You get 2 challenges. If you're correct, you get to keep it. Starting in the 6th inning, the umpires can initiate review.
And I love me a swaggy tag. Look at that by
That's the phrase of the
Brody.
weekend, isn't it?
Yeah.
Swaggy tag.
I mean, just that's kind of what you teach little kids when they're starting to play. Like, you want to make sure you get your tag in front of the base. You want to swipe with conviction, almost that fake it till you make it. I'm not saying that I don't think she tagged her, but I think sometimes there is that, you know, ability to, oh man, I got her.
All replay decisions being made in Pittsburgh. And the call on the field was that she was out, and you could see the tag right there.
I think it's going to stand.
Yeah. Although I will say you're usually wrong.
I am usually wrong. That's why I usually keep it to myself.
I like that you're confident today. Regional Sunday, bringing it out the best.
Have to.
I say that with love.
No, hey.
Nobody better.
I don't get heckled more than anyone than my partner.
Yeah.
And I mean that. I'll take it all day. You got to be able to take it if you dish it.
Yeah.
And I dish it quite a bit.
I do.
Maybe not on the mic, but I do dish it.
That's true. So they're reviewing this double play. Amazing catch from Tori Inslee, who has been a key transfer for South Carolina, coming over from NC State, and she just cannoned it over to first to try to pick off Garcia.
Just such a good throw.
Ba-boom. Do you like the sound effect or no?
I did. Garcia just was way off the base.
Yeah.
I think she really thought that was going to be down, of course. But Enzi able to cover a lot of ground out there.
She has certainly found her fit at South Carolina.
Yeah, she's definitely, I feel like her best version when you just look at her numbers and what she's been able to do. I think it's taken a little bit longer than I thought this was going to.
So again, we have centralized replay review. All the decisions and all the sites are being made in Pittsburgh. Also important to note, in the postseason, we do have an umpire at every base. Call on the field was that the runner was out at first. So while we've had this review, they've Also been looking at Elena Garcia's arm.
Here we go.
They've kind of been looking at Garcia's arm during this too, but we have a decision from Pittsburgh.
After further review, the out at first stands. UCLA has one remaining challenge.
So stands is the key word there. They didn't see enough evidence to overturn the call on the field, was that the runner was out. So South Carolina, a 23rd double play this season. And I cannot stress to you how important it is for South Carolina to play clean defense, and they've started off on the right foot.
I could not agree more. The importance of being able to make just the routine plays and then step up and make the excellent plays as well. And we've called a lot of South Carolina games, you and me. We've been in South Carolina, we've called them on the road. I mean, we've seen them play magnificent games, and I think at times when they've hurt themselves, it's just come down to sometimes the little defensive mistakes. But I also think that's the postseason in a nutshell, right? Like when it gets down to the nitty-gritty and these games are win or go home, like the pressure mounts every inning in close ball games. It's how bad do you want the ball, and can you step up and make the play?
0-2 to Kanaya Bragg, and Jory Hurd goes outside. You know, South Carolina in their opener of the regional had 3 errors on Friday, still was able to win that game. Strikeout for Jory Hurd. Her first of the day, and her defense backing her up with that double play.
Huge. Jory Hurd feeling it. That double play is huge. Gets the big time strikeout, the momentum for South Carolina.
The drama, the anticipation of the Super Regionals, road to the Women's College World Series.
Fields are almost set. Super Regionals start Thursday, Danielle.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, getting closer and closer to Oklahoma City, and we've got every pitch all the way through the Champ Series on our ESPN family of networks. All right, so here's how the Supers are stacking up. Host teams on the left, their opponent on the right.
How about those Sun Devils?
Whoa, I mean, cruising through the postseason. What did they look like at the Big 12 tournament?
Like they did today. I mean, they
real good.
They run-ruled Texas A&M. Like,
yeah.
And Kenzie Brown didn't even get the start today. They started Micah, and not that I don't think that's a bad thing. I love that they have that depth and that trust. That makes them even more dangerous with Kenzie Brown, but that offense from that Big 12 tournament heated up against Texas Tech, and I said it from the jump to Madison Shipman. Her and I were calling the game. I said, man, we may see them in Oklahoma City. That's what I said to her.
Wow.
And they got a tough opponent in Texas, but you never know.
Spicy Super right there. Winner of our regional will face UCF. If UCLA wins, UCF would come here. South Carolina's got to beat UCLA twice today. Bruins just need to win this game. Jamie McKay leading off. It was a 1-2-3 inning last time out for Taylor Tinsley. Got a strikeout too. McKay digging deep for it. Slimp is ready. And coming up now, though, a hot hitter in Tate Davis, who they've actually worked on moving up in the lineup. And some UCLA royalty in the house. We've got Maya Brady, Aaliyah Jordan, Seneca Curro.
Oh, yeah.
Front row seats for a regional final.
Let's go.
And sporting the seniors pictures. You love to see it. Tate Davis. Missed by Lamar in center. Tate Davis has been swinging a hot bat.
Yeah, Coach Chastain Woodard had mentioned that before the game when we were talking to her. She said we just had to move her up just with the way she's been swinging it. This is an example why. So good, just line shot straight to center. Good effort by Jolina Lamar, just not able to glove that up. And the single for Tate Davis.
First base runner, first hit today for the Gamecocks. Now the catcher, Lexi Winters, who no question is a leader of this team. And Kelly Inouye Perez out to the circle to talk to Tinsley, and actually the entire infield she's calling in. We talked to her before the game, and she had very specific game plans of what she was going to do. She'd gone over the plan with the pitchers, talking about, like, okay, we're going to try this. If that doesn't work, we're going to this option. Very specific she was telling us about.
Yeah, and I think game plans have room to change when you look at the offensive piece, right? Like, if they're close ball games, you're leaving Taylor Tinsley in all the way, right? I think if you get a lead, there's definitely some options, but there's not a game right now that I do not see Taylor Tinsley in with zeros up on the board.
Oh, 1 to Winters. Winters out towards center. And Lamar right back at it.
And I think you're always checking in with what the hitters are doing, right? Like, what are the little tendencies? Are they swinging a little bit early in the count? I know the success that Taylor Tinsley was able to have yesterday was obviously getting ahead of hitters, but she was getting some big swings and misses on those rise balls up in the zone. And we've seen South Carolina be a little bit more patient in that part of the game. And listen, at this point, you know, tough to get on top of a rise ball. Feels like at times it's possible, but want to have better at-bats. And I think Rhodey, to me, is someone in this regional final who you want to really be able to step up. I think she feels some pressure at times, don't get me wrong, but...
Well, she had such a big year last year.
Yeah.
Gold Glove winner, plus she had records at South Carolina for walks and home runs. Jammed up. Ramirez going after it. Can't make the play. And Ariana Rhodey, somebody that came over from Charlotte when Ashley Chastain Woodard got the job, came with her head coach.
You love the effort by Ramirez.
And we were talking to Coach Chastain Woodard before the game. They had a conversation with Ariana about moving her a little bit down in the lineup, trying to take some of the pressure off. And like, look, it's not personal. We believe in you. We need you. Hey, and you see that emotion, too, of her getting on.
Well, no, and she puts her teammate in scoring position as well by having a good at-bat, working the walk. Puts Big Bat Nat in a position here to step up and do a little damage. Base hit will score.
Full name, Natalie Heath, a.k.a. Big Bat Nat.
I mean, Coach Woodard said that's what they call her. I just felt like it's right.
Well, we saw her taking BP Thursday before the regional, and they were like screaming Big Bat
They
Nat.
were screaming.
Also, she was going yard. Big Bat Nat towards left. Not deep enough. Riley Slimp all over it. Now, South Carolina leaving 2 on. UCLA, that's huge for the Bruins. They'll grab the bats when we come back. Top of the third inning, scoreless here in this regional final. UCLA's got to win once. South Carolina needs to win twice. Well, Monday, May 25th, you can catch some afternoon Major League Baseball on ESPN. Yankees heading to Kansas City to take on the Royals. First pitch at 3:30 Eastern. Catch it live on ESPN, and you can watch the game streaming on the ESPN app. And all eyes on softball, though, today, because we are punching tickets to Supers. Here's Alexis Ramirez leading off. Winner of this regional will face UCF. If UCLA were to win, they would host UCF. Right now, the Bruins just 1 hit through a couple of innings. A team that has hit more home runs than any other team in the nation ever in a single season. Slow roller to Rhodey.
Well, I'm going to shout out Jory Hurd. I mean, I feel like she's been doing a really good job of hitting solid corners. Like, you may not strike everybody out, but your ability to get great hitters out by hitting crisp location is a big deal. You tend to see when you miss over a little bit too much over the plate, obviously great hitters take advantage of you, but when you're a little bit more unpredictable, I feel like she's kind of pitching backwards a little bit. She's not necessarily going in all the time to the lefties. She's doing a good job at being able to kind of get ahead early, which then allows for her to toy. And she just seems to have this vibe about herself that I dig.
This is Sujin Berry, who is the hottest hitter for UCLA in this regional, hitting 800, 4 for 5.
Well, I think dangerous in your 8-spot hitter too, right? Like, that's the thing about this lineup. It's 1 through 9, they're tough. And I feel like back in the day, it could be like, oh man, you get to 7, 8, 9, you're like, oh, I could take a little bit of a breather. And I know I've said this over the weekend, you just don't feel like that's that part of the game anymore. But what an approach.
That's so big for Jory Hurd. Strikeout number 2.
That is the pitch. That is the money pitch to the lefties. That down hard at a 1-2 count. So good.
Jory Hurd, somebody too who's in her senior season and is finally that made arm. She waited her turn behind some pretty incredible pitchers. And Elena Vaughter, Sam Gress. Shouldered the load this year for South Carolina. She faces Jolena Lamar in the 9 spot.
Well, in the spot prior, I thought was a good pitch. And what I liked was that Lexi Winters turned to Christina Drum right away. Like, hey, where did that miss? And she communicated low. Like, those are the little things for me as a pitcher in the circle. Like, I got to see you working for me back there. Give me the biggest strike zone that we can get, which doesn't seem to happen much anymore. So work it for me. But Lexi Winters has been a real treat to get to know. She just has such a fun, vibrant personality. She's just almost kind of the mom of those pitchers, has their back nonstop. She's so solid behind there.
She went. And just like that, Winters popped up immediately and said, let's check that.
It just goes to show how good that pitch is, right? That's a 2-1 changeup that's almost kind of bouncing, and you just see the way the body's moving. It definitely fooled her.
2-2 to Lamar.
I'd climb the ladder. I'd go up and in here.
And Jolena Lamar, one of 2 true freshmen in this UCLA lineup, has earned that center field spot. This one fouled off. Softball family for Jolena Lamar. Her mom, Marissa Young, is the head coach at Duke.
Well, and they talk about a grind today. Punched their ticket to the Super Regional. Impressive, winning not 1 but 2 big games today against Arizona. That was,
yeah,
that shows just so much fight. It was a pretty incredible watch.
So they will travel to Fayetteville to take on Arkansas in Supers. Full count to Lamar. Hopper back to Shea Anderson, hit her hard, and Jolena Lamar is going to reach. An error on South Carolina. We had just bragged about how solidly they started on defense.
Yeah, this got on her really quick, too. That initial second hop, but you see Shea Anderson come in with the double hop. It just kind of ate her up a little bit.
And that flips the order. Top of the lineup now, Riley Slimp. You see the 3 errors in that opening round game. Still were able to win that game. And Riley Slimp in her sophomore season has become an amazing leadoff hitter for UCLA. A great approach at the plate, so smart in her swing decisions. She had a 17-game hit streak before that Big Ten championship game last weekend. What do you think it feels like to be at the top right in front of Megan Grant and Jordan Woolry?
I mean, I would love it. I want to get on base for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to put you in a ribby.
Riley Slimp, a beautiful swing off the scoreboard. #15th homer for Riley Slimp, and UCLA has the lead.
Wow, so good. Riley Slim, go with a pitch. And listen, Courtney, I chalk it back up to the defense, right? If you give a team an inch, they're going to take a mile. And that little defensive miscue at short allows for another Bruin to come up to the plate.
And it's Megan Grant.
Yeah, now
Now it is.
I mean, 58% of the runs this year for UCLA coming via that long ball.
They've got 8 players that have double-digit home runs, Slim being one of them, and now someone who has 39 home runs on the season. Zach Parsons is going to come out to the circle, the pitching coach for South Carolina.
And going back to Riley Slim's home run, like, it's not a really bad spot. It's not. She went with a pitch. She hit it Oppo Taco. Like, tip your cap, right? Like, and I think it's sometimes being able to remember that as a pitcher. Is it frustrating, a 2-run shot? Sure, but it's a good piece of hitting. I didn't throw the ball down the heart of the plate. It wasn't anything like that.
And Jory Hurd's been throwing so well in this game.
She has been. On the first 2 innings combined, had the 22 pitches, and she's had 22 here in the third. And now going up against the Megan Grant, who's having a historic season, of course. Will you see number 40 today? We're ready for it.
How do you attack Megan Grant?
Well, I mean, I would go hard in, but almost to the point where it's like chalk to in. And then I'm going to try to beat her with something kind of down. So I'd go in with the curveball probably. I might go up and in with the rise ball, depending on what she does. And I'm going to try to get you to bait something down in the zone, like an off speed, potentially low and away. Like that. I think that's a good call. The crowd doesn't like it, but I do. She's tough, though. You got to mix it up every at bat, right?
Yeah.
I think what makes her so elite is she's so good at hitting balls that are way off the plate as well.
And that hits her.
And that's what I'm talking about going in. I'm not saying necessarily hit her, but if I'm going to miss, I'd rather that than over the plate where she's going to hit number 40 on me.
Yeah.
And obviously never intentional at all, but she's just trying to paint that inner half. And
but now you've got the other Bruin bomber. She's pretty dang good too, Jordan Woolry. Woolry had a 2-run home run on Friday against California Baptist. Looking for her first hit on the weekend against South Carolina. This one hops to Natalie Heath. And Megan Grant will be stranded, but not before we get a Bruin bomb from Riley Slim, the leadoff.
well, number 15 for Riley Slim goes with a pitch. I love me an Oppo, a taco in a regional final. Let's go.
Don't miss a minute of the action from the NCAA Softball Regionals. We'll take you to the best live action on 7 Innings Live on the ESPN app. You can see every game, every big moment on the road to the Women's College World Series only on the ESPN networks. It's been a fun way to hop around, see what's going on while we've been here in Westwood.
And I mean, what a crew. Shouting out Tori Vidalis, Tara Henry. They're putting in some long days. They are logging the hours, talking softball, hanging out, looking
Lang.
pretty. Yeah, Lang in the mix. I know Chris Budden has done a couple days. Well done, ladies. You guys have been fun to stay up to date with.
It'll be 9-1-2 due up for South Carolina. They've got to respond here after a 2-run home run, and Shea Anderson will be looking for her first hit of this regional. The South Carolina shortstop. Has Taylor Tinsley continued what she started and how she regrouped yesterday into today?
Yeah, I think she has. She hasn't really had to change up much of a game plan. She's going at hitters. She's been able to get ahead. I know Kelly Inouye Perez has called timeout a couple times to go out and communicate in situations of maybe where she has fallen behind. And, you know, Ramirez behind the plate tends to call pitches, but there are times, too, where, you know, Kelly Inouye Perez will just say mid-game, like, that's me, I'm going to do that. So as long as they're all constantly chatting together, but she just tracks that little sign in on her knee.
Anderson showing bunt a couple of times. She did go on that one. Jordan Woolry was sure of it, running in. Saying yes, yes, yes.
Good upspin on that pitch.
Oh, Tinsley rung her up.
Hey, listen, Friday, that's a call that Taylor Tinsley was not getting. This curveball is such a good pitch for her because it opens up everything else. When she can get the job of the lefty behind the dish to get behind that pitch, I think that's a strike all day. She doesn't like it. I feel like pitchers need it. That's so good, and it has to feel good probably to get that.
Quincy Lelio high but shallow to Megan Grant. And one pitch, she's retired. Just like that, it's 2 down for Tori Inslee. Inslee, who had the big catch in center, turned the double play. A transfer from NC State, where she played with her sister Taylor, but now a new chapter, a chapter without her sister at South Carolina. And she has fit right in and found herself leading this team in batting average, RBI, home runs.
Man, you can just hear the communication, like, through the mics.
Also in the crowd?
In the crowd, for sure. We got some crowd noise, but just
I think
hearing.
the crowd was calling that, too.
Yeah,
Heads.
and fence. I heard fence, like, just not going 100 miles an hour into the fence. It's way out.
Some young softballers here. That's just the best.
And I like it. Why wouldn't you go back to that? Got that strikeout. Shea Anderson on that corner away. I think that's a little bit out, but you just nibble, right? Can I still throw a competitive pitch in a pitcher's count that gets a hitter just thinking and moving?
Alejandra, fierce in her call. 1-2-3 inning for UCLA. We will talk to Kelly Inouye Perez when we come back. Her Bruins are up 2. Welcome back to NCAA Softball Regionals presented by Capital One. UCLA needs one win today, and they are up 2-0. We're joined now by the head Bruin, Kelly Inouye Perez. And, Coach, we saw your reaction when Bri Alejandre made that play. What has it been like to watch her in her freshman season contribute the way she has?
I mean, Jess, she's game time. That's what they call her. But she's at her best when she's loose. Talked about, her ability to have swagger aura because, there have been moments through the season where she's kind of, I told her, there's times where you act like a freshman. And she looked at me. And from that point on, it's been kind of cool just being able to see she plays big. She is a energy Bruin. She plays loose. She has a great deal of confidence and clearly talent. But just right there, we talked about that ball because there was a ball that dropped earlier in the season. And I told her, you got to take that. So I love seeing her take charge. But clearly, she's fun to watch.
Coach, we've seen you go out a couple times, have conversation with the Battery. What are the little things you continue to keep talking to them about?
Yeah, I mean, they're, doing everything they can to pick pitches. So I just told Taylor to make sure that she covers it because you got them in. So it's part of the game. We understand it's going to happen. And she's made an adjustment, and it's been changed since then. So straight up, it's just part of the game. We got to just do everything we can to not give them any extra thing.
All right, thanks, Coach. We appreciate it.
Absolutely, thanks.
A little pick pitches action.
Oh, it is part of the game.
Wondering if that's coming from the dugout or...
Well, we've got a new pitcher in the circle for South Carolina, and Emma Friedel. It's been Jory Hurd and Emma Friedel most of the weekend, back and forth, and she'll start out with Alina Garcia.
On shooting strikes. You love to see it. Has some good spin up in the zone. And definitely that energy type pitcher. You'll see her get really fired up at times, try to get everyone going.
UCLA saw Friedel for 3 1/3 innings yesterday. She gave up 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 home runs, a walk. Did have 6 Ks.
And she has that good upspin. I say unicorn upspin because you'll get some big swings and misses on that. I really believe she's been throwing so well as of late.
Alina Garcia. Shea Anderson going back. No, Lelio comes in from left to take it.
And she really has kind of worked herself into that solid #2 from that SEC series at Missouri to how she threw against Alabama. I mean, she really has solidified herself as that solid #2 for South Carolina and putting a lot of trust in her right now with this game is win or go home.
For South Carolina, they've got to beat UCLA 2 times today. Here's Bri Alejandre. So we were just talking to Kelly Inouye Perez about. You love to hear those little stories, too, that there was a miss in foul territory, and she challenged her to own it, and we saw her own it on that last defensive play. Check swing into the glove of Rhodey.
And 2 really quick outs here for Friedel and South Carolina.
Brings us to Kanaya Bragg. Now, last inning, they were 2 away when South Carolina was able to, or excuse me, UCLA was able to reach on an error, and then Riley Slimp hit a 2-run home run. Finding the dirt. Kanaya Bragg, part of that pretty young infield for UCLA, besides Jordan Woolry at first base and lefty behind the dish. We got freshmen and sophomores out there in the infield defensively. Bragg, someone who had to play shortstop last year when Alina Garcia got hurt. She was at third, and this year playing second.
Yeah, she's someone that can play a whole lot of different positions, which definitely adds value to you being able to stay in that lineup. I don't ever feel like anyone should be locked down to one position, it makes you pretty special when you can play a bunch of different ones.
She played a bunch of different sports in high school, too. Basketball, softball, volleyball. Lexi Winters wanting to have a conversation with her pitcher, Emma Friedel, as it's 3 balls and no strikes.
Well, and 2 quick outs to then 3 solid misses, like not anywhere kind of close to the zone. So, yeah, I think it's important to go out and check in.
First time the Bruins have walked today. So Bragg is aboard for Alexis Ramirez.
Walking up the plate for UCLA, catcher number 28, Alexis Ramirez.
2 seasons ago, Alexis Ramirez had to be shut down due to a knee injury after 5 appearances. Really used that 2025 season to study the game as she was returning from injury. Studied in 2024, returned from injury last year, and this year, really that mainstay behind the dish. That left-handed catcher that you love, Danielle. The first pitch strike coming in from Friedel. Big to follow up that 4-pitch walk with a first pitch strike.
And I do think, too, with just the scout and the attention to detail on watching video and getting prepared to call a game for a pitcher helps you when you step in the box as far as just different things and tendencies that you're looking for when you're facing an opposing pitcher. So I end up helping a catcher sometimes. Listen, the game's changed a lot. Coaches call a lot of pitches, and listen, I think that it starts way too early. I think we got to develop a lot of these young catchers to know kind of what it's like to call pitches. I think the game at a different level. Sometimes they get to college and they're like, you want me to...
2-2. Hops just past Friedel. Carly Shelton tagging second base. All right, South Carolina down by 2 in a must-win game for the Gamecocks. We'll talk to their head coach when we come back. Welcome back to NCAA Softball Regionals presented by Capital One. It's regional final day in Los Angeles. UCLA on top of South Carolina 2-0. We're joined now by Gamecock head coach Ashley Chastain Woodard. And coach, you faced UCLA yesterday. What were some points of emphasis coming into this game that you preached to your team?
Yeah, I mean, off of Tinsley yesterday, she threw really well against us, but I felt like we let the pitch go by that we really were hunting, and we swung at a lot of balls. And so I think a little bit more plate discipline was the plan for today. And so far, we haven't been great at making that adjustment, but that is the conversation we're having in the dugout, is just being a little bit more disciplined to the strike, and letting the balls go by. But we got to stop chasing the ball at the top of the zone.
Coach, a little bit of a shorter leash with Jory Hurd. What was the quick change to bring in Emma Friedel?
It was a good part of the lineup for Emma, and we have a lot of trust in her, and it's great experience for her. And, we just kind of wanted to change the momentum.
Thanks, Coach. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
This game, a must-win for South Carolina. They have to win this one, and they have to beat UCLA again in order to go to Super Regionals and take on UCF, who already pulled the upset in Tallahassee.
Yeah, look, I mean, they lost game 1 today against Florida State, and then for them to just absolutely fight to win game 2, that's the first time they've ever beat Florida State in the postseason. Like, that's incredible. It's getting after it.
And I think it's their second Supers appearance.
Yeah, they went to Oklahoma the last time.
And Carly Shelton leading off here. We'll see if they make that adjustment to be more disciplined. Oh, Slimp running in a bit late, but made the grab anyway. Well, the Women's College World Series returning to Oklahoma City. The action begins Thursday, May 28th at 12 Eastern, live on ESPN. For more information on the 2026 Women's College World Series, visit ncaa.com, the home for all NCAA championships. I am already fired up about the super regional pairings that we have. Ooh, I mean, let's go.
Yeah, I think this has definitely been a postseason where, I mean, anyone can get there. When you look at some of the super regionals that are going to be going down, I mean, you're going to have some good SEC matchups with Tennessee LSU. You're going to have the
Tennessee Georgia, yeah.
Tennessee Georgia, excuse me. I meant Alabama LSU, Oklahoma State Nebraska. I know there's, Ruby Malin is originally from Nebraska. I want to say she played travel ball with Jordy Fromm. So I know you love a good story.
I do. Arizona State, Texas. Yes.
I've already talked about Arizona State today. I watched them in the Big 12 tournament.
These are the matchups.
So good.
Host teams on the left, their opponent on the right. Oh man, yeah. Great news, though. I mean, you can see every pitch of all these super regionals on our ESPN Family Networks. Jamie McKay towards Jolina Lamar.
The next batter for South Carolina, the Gaming today.
Only other regional still in action besides this one is up in Eugene, where Oregon was eliminated yesterday. Mississippi State just got to win once today, and they're up 2-0 on St. Mary's.
And what a run by St. Mary's. I mean, from taking out the host in Oregon to, I mean, they've had such a good year. I know they beat Washington a couple times. I mean, impressive.
Tate Davis at the plate now against Tinsley. When you hear Ashley Chastain Woodard tell us about looking to be more disciplined, what are you looking for? Pitch selection?
I'm looking for not as many flyouts. When I look at the outs, I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 outs via the fly ball, with an upspin pitcher in Tinsley who's going to that a little bit more. I want to try to see that ball a little bit more down. I know that's easier said than done, but I'm kind of fallen victim to what she's making them do with that pitch. And then she can pull the string like this with the change. But I want to try to see them force her to have a different game plan against them, right? She's just continued to be able to stay comfortable going through the second time through the lineup, like, you want to find a way. Like, I need to see more balls on the ground, right? The fly out means they're a little bit more susceptible to swinging at her pitch up, and she doesn't need to change.
There's a hopper into Alejandre's glove. Just owning that hard corner, and I love the emotion afterwards. Another 1-2-3 inning for UCLA and Taylor Tinsley. They lead by 2.
One of her biggest assets, besides the fact that she can hit a home run or she can hit to all fields, is she has such a good eye. And she puts a cut on a good pitch, and she's very disappointed if she doesn't square it up because she has such great discipline, and she has such a great two-strike approach.
Kellyanne Whit-Perez giving us some insight on how Riley Slimp is at the plate. And we saw it today in the 3rd inning. That's the difference in this ball game right now, is a 2-run home run from Riley Slimp. And we're going to see her come up to the plate 3rd in this inning.
Yeah, and just somebody that is able to be in that leadoff spot with so much confidence. And the two-strike approach is so important, right? Like, you need to be a hitter that is okay getting to 2 strikes. Can you absolutely battle? Can you shorten up a little bit? And she's been so good, not only with her power, but just what she brings in the leadoff spot. She can drop the bunt if need be. And I actually got a chance to coach with her at the PGF All-American Games last summer. She was on my team, so it was fun to kind of hang out with her, get to know her a little bit.
Here's Sujin Berry. Shelton diving. Tried to chuck it over. Not in time, but man, an incredible dive to get there to keep it from going out in right field.
Man, just the all-out effort. And listen, the flip that she did was the best that she could do. She couldn't get up to make the throws. There's no way she'd have enough time.
It's a hit for Berry.
Oh, that's just so good. Carly Shelton, love it.
At bottom of the order, Jolena Lamar reached on an error by the shortstop in the 3rd inning and would come around to score on the home run. Swings through the first pitch.
Well, and that's that pitch at times that can be a little bit tough for Lamar to lay off. When I'm looking at scouting these guys, that was one of the pitches. 40% of the time she's swinging and missing on that rise ball. If I'm a pitcher, that's a clip that I want to continue to keep peppering until you show me that you can see that down.
Oh, that hit her. So a single and a hit by pitch puts 2 on for Riley Slimp.
Just clips that inside part. She's not even really on the plate. It just kind of rode in. It's that darn arm guard who just hang over.
That's right. So how are you handling Riley Slimp here? Her home run was off Jory Hurd. Now Emma Friedel in the circle.
I'm just going to go continue to attack. I'm not going to do anything crazy different. I'm kind of feeling a little bit of an energy shift here with the Berry hit to the hit by pitch to now at the top of the lineup. Got to be careful.
It's the first time UCLA's had a runner in scoring position today. And Zach Parsons out to the circle. Neely Lamb is working in the pen right now for South Carolina. Remember, a must-win game for the Gamecocks or their season comes to an end. They have to beat UCLA twice today.
I wonder it too, timeout, just give a little extra time. We got a couple pitchers warming up in the bullpen. Just listen, Friedel is an energy type pitcher. Like when she is like going, she's fired up, she's getting everyone around her, and when that seems to quiet a little bit, that's when it's like, okay, what's going on? So I think to be able to go out there, you see Neely Lamb.
Julie Kelly also working in the pen. All right, so 2 on, nobody out. 2 balls, no strikes to Riley Slimp at the top of the order.
And I mean, the last thing you want to do is walk the bases loaded to get to Megan Grant and Jordan Woolery, try to get back in this. Oh boy.
And here comes Megan Grant.
I think they're going to make a pitching change.
And Jory Hurd is back out on the field. It's been a single, a hit by a pitch, and a walk that have loaded them up for Megan Grant, and now Jory Hurd re-enters this game. And the pressure cooker is turned up high. Megan Grant will be the first batter she faces. We step aside for the pitching change. It was last week when Megan Grant made history. In the Big Ten Championship game, she hit her 38th home run of the season, setting a new NCAA single-season record. Well, guess what? She's added to it this weekend. She's now at 39. With 40 looming, the bases will be loaded, and South Carolina just made a pitching change, going back to their starter, Jory Hurd, to face Megan Grant, who has 6 career Grand Slams.
Well, and I felt like I just needed to take a really big, deep breath with Megan Grant, but not necessarily for her, but for Jory Hurd coming into this game, bases loaded, having to face Grant, Woolry. I mean, that is a tall task to ask. And at this point, listen, if you're Jory Hurd, go out, let it rip. You got nothing to lose here. Your back's up against a wall. You're going into this situation. You didn't create it, but go out, try to hit good spots, not fearing what can happen.
Megan Grant lifting it high, sending number 40 over the fence.
Go, not fearing what'll happen. Bang.
40 home runs in a season.
And
nobody's ever done it.
Oh, just goosebumps still on my arms.
Jordan Woolry hops to the shortstop, Anderson. And that's just the first out. A 7th career grand slam to get her to 40.
Just unbelievable. Ready for the moment, elevated up in the zone, has such good hang time. Listen, a lot of the home runs that I've seen her hit this year have been pitches up in her eyes. Fire me up. Just think about the energy rounding the bases. Number 40, not sure she's thinking about that, but having her team's back. Grand salami.
Melina Garcia tossed out by Heath. And I don't think she is thinking about it. She has talked about how actually being on the basketball team has freed her up. There's a great article in The Athletic about it. And she's just found a new place to love softball again, to love this game again, to step up there and not worry about the pressure, and yet still produce for her team.
Oh, and yeah, she's worried about running 22s on the basketball court and the conditioning test. She's not necessarily worried about softball. It's one of the things I'm like, hey, yo, what are you doing for practices and what was the hardest conditioning? She said it was the 22s with the basketball team, so down and back in 22 seconds. And basketball cardio is different in the best way, but I'm sure it has made softball a little bit more fun.
You think about what Megan Grant has done, and you think about that she has Jordan Woolry, too, as a teammate. And, oh, plus, by the way, the other 6 Bruins who also have double-digit home runs this season. They've never had 8 before with double digits. The record was 5 for UCLA.
Well, I think, too, coming into this year, knowing that they lost a couple pitchers last year. Caitlin Terry ended up going to Texas Tech. You saw Addison Fisher. She went to Georgia. Offense was going to have to be a factor. They were going to have to be a team that was able to put up a ton of runs. Not saying that Taylor Tinsey can't throw close ball games, but she was going to throw a majority of those innings. So, like, if that was me, I need you to put me up 5 or 6 a game. I'd love 10, but I need those runs every now and again, right? And you just seen how they've been able to help carry her, but I also think vice versa. She's been able to do the same and help carry this Bruin team and be that one.
Brielle Alejandre to the gap, bounced off the wall. Speeding around to second, slides in. It's contagious.
Man, I am here for the Brie Alejandre energy all day. Sign me up for it. Laces this double, and knows right away. It splits the gap, gets all the way to 2, and just has this mojo about her when she gets there. Love it.
It's a 6-0 lead for UCLA. Keep in mind, 8 runs after 5 innings is the run rule. Now, UCLA is the visiting team, so we have to play the bottom of this inning. But Kanaya Bragg at the plate representing that 8th run right now.
Good spot.
Two will come again to Kanaya Bragg. Struck out in the 2nd inning, but walked in the 4th. And she'll strike out here in the 5th. Just keep updating the record book because Megan Grant now is at 40 home runs.
Number 40. Are you kidding me? Goosebumps, the crowd, all of the things. Maya Brady here for it. Unbelievable. UCLA up 6-zip.
Alyssa, thank you. Those are the 2 regionals still in action. Winner of this regional will face UCF. South Carolina has got to win twice. UCLA just needs to win this game. And Megan Grant just hit her 40th home run this season. Did it, man, with a punch on a grand slam, her 7th career grand slam.
Exactly. I mean, nowhere to put her. Jory Hurd, there's nowhere to put her. You can't walk her. You got Jordan Woolry right behind you. So it's like you had to go and just attack. And one of the best to ever do it for sure. Went up and got a pitch and set this stadium, like this crowd, on fire.
Lexi Winters leading off 6-7-8 up for South Carolina with some work to do in a must-win game for the Gamecocks. Slimp has got it, and now Taylor Tinsley has retired the last 8 that she's faced. She's faced the minimum in the last 2 innings.
Pretty good, if you ask me. Just that one hit and the one walk. It's a really good job nibbling good corners. She's been getting ahead of these hitters.
And maybe we're seeing her alter ego come out. You know, she's a big Star Wars fan. So her and her dad say her alter ego is Anakin Skywalker when she's out there, who, spoiler alert, eventually becomes Darth Vader. If you don't know that by now, then like...
Well, I have learned that from you.
You're welcome. That's something you need to know.
Yeah. I'm a big Harrison Ford fan. I told you I'm going to put Star Wars on my list. It's on my...
You can skip the new ones.
My list.
3 balls and a strike to Ariana Rhodey, who drew the only walk of this game for the Gamecocks back in the 2nd inning. She'll walk for the 2nd time.
And I'd be curious if you had an alter ego, any idea what it would be?
Oh, man.
I know I put you on the spot.
Yeah, I got to think about that for a second. I do want to let you know that Rhodey has now broken her own single-season walks record while I think about that.
Love that.
Just keeping the people informed. Who's your alter ego?
Definitely as of late, I would channel my inner Notorious B.I.G. Love me some Juicy, man. I cross those lines.
Nia McKnight will pinch run at first.
Couple arms going in the pen here for UCLA. I know that Inoue Perez mentioned potentially might see someone pending on the score.
Ramirez trying to chase it. She will. Fired up her Bruins.
Yeah, that's huge, especially right after a walk. You love to see it. The all-out effort, just tracking it right away. So good.
Kai Byers is going to pinch hit here for South Carolina in the 9 spot with 2 down and a runner on first via a walk.
I do know when we were talking to Kelly Inoue Perez before this tournament even kicked off, she just couldn't say enough about Ramirez behind the plate, but she said she wants to go by Taylor's catcher. So just, you know what, it's just kind of going to be where I'm at now. Just call me Taylor's catcher, but just that battery and that relationship, it's so important to have someone behind there that's rock solid, that hold you accountable, help you through the heart of it.
And that hits Kai Byers. So a walk and a hit by a pitch put 2 on for South Carolina.
Those elbow guards, we never really had those back in the day, so there wasn't a whole lot of elbows going over the plate.
Hey, but that's important because now Quincy Lelio up.
And I like it. I saw this happen yesterday with Garcia in the shortstop position. She went over, talked to Taylor, took a second.
Lilio now.
Goes right at her.
And now ahead 0-2 if you're Tinsley.
And that's that rise ball, jumping to a quick 0-2. Gonna have to see it down here, battle. Opportunity here for South Carolina to get something going.
And for Quincy Lilio, somebody who has turned her average and her production around from April through 15 games, just hitting 182 in April and May. Man, that is up. Plus, add on 2 home runs the first of the season. That one hit her in the box.
Yeah, Lilio has definitely been so good for them in the leadoff spot over the course of the last couple of years. I know that was a point of emphasis. Was she going to be in the leadoff spot for this regional, or was it going to be Tori Ensley, something they had played around with? I'm glad they kept Lilio in that spot because she's had a heck of a regional.
Upstairs for ball 2. This next pitch will be the 7th one to Quincy Lilio. 2 down and 2 on via a walk and a hit by pitch. Lilio finds some room. Speeding around is McKnight. And South Carolina is on the board. Runners on the corners now. The production continues for Q.
Well, it's such a good at-bat, right? She works it, she drops to 0-2, but then she gets back in this count, sees a lot of pitches, gets something she can do some damage with. Right out to right center, and it's that first run across here for South Carolina.
Brings us to Tori Ensley. Big cut.
Well, it just goes to show how deceptive that pitch is, right? She's starting an 0-0 count with that pitch, and find a way to see it down a little bit more if you're Tori Ensley, but I like the attack.
Ensley pop up into the stands.
Going over with hitting coach Katie Browder, just taking a second to, drops to a quick 0-2. Just want to try to be scrappy, right? You look at Lilio's at bat, she dropped to 0-2, but then she really worked it.
Can Ensley do the same? Just on the edge of the grass, Selena Garcia. South Carolina gets 1 across, but leaves a couple on. Bruins up 6-1. They're just 1 win away from Supers.
Season 2 of Athletes Unlimited Softball League. Loading 6 teams take the field in their home markets, each stacked with a lineup worthy of the spotlight. The AUSL on ESPN. This is legendary.
This summer, AUSL is back. More teams than ever before. And 2 of the top 10 finalists that you're seeing here for National Player of the Year, Megan Grant and Jordan Woolry, both drafted along with Taylor Tinsley in the AUSL.
Yeah, that was something we were talking to them about, because Megan Grant's going to go with the Portland Cascade, and Jordan Woolry and Taylor Tinsley are going to be going with the Talons. Lisa Fernandez is the GM. She was...
Well, Lefty Ramirez, hard hit at the shortstop. Looking for 2. She's got time. Gets down. Shay Anderson had to chase that ball.
Wow, and this was definitely a hot shot hit at her. It's not able to glove that up. Ramirez takes full advantage and makes her way over to 2. And
oh, and uh-oh. I think her mic is on.
oh, Lexi Winters, my girl. She had to tell her.
You know, get the assist.
I mean...
Jayla Ann Mercado is the pinch runner at second after Alexis Ramirez just hit her 9th double this season. And now Sujin Berry singled in the 5th. Came around on a grand slam by Megan Grant.
Not too bad of a regional.
It's been fine. Ooh, Roni! I feel like first base has been a hot corner tonight.
Well, she had that one from Riley Slim to lead off the first inning, and then just on her toes yet again makes the great grab by Berry. The hot shot her way. The Gold Glover from last year is so good.
First Gold Glover at South Carolina. 9-spot Jolena Lamar. She's gotten on via an error and a hit by a pitch.
On that big home run against CBU, which feels like it was quite a long time ago.
It was a couple months ago, or Friday.
That was to tie it.
Yeah, 2-run home run.
So, oh man, what a moment that was too.
And also to hear Jordan Woolry talk about it in the postgame, to talk about Jolena and get emotional.
Yeah, she had tears welling up in her eyes. The freshman really helped in that CBU game with just that belief and really having the seniors' backs. I told you this when that game was going on. I said if UCLA doesn't win this game, I don't see them making it out of this regional.
Why?
I just don't think they had the pitching depth to do it. I don't think that if they lost, that they could have thrown Taylor Tinsley for 4 straight games. There's no way.
Jolena Lamar hops it to right. Mercado stops at third. It's runners on the corners for the top of the order.
And a really nice job by Jolena Lamar. So good at being able to go down and get a pitch. Just hits it right over to right field.
Riley Slimp has had a nice day, a 2-run home run and a walk. Just sounded different.
Such a good pitch by Jory Hurd. It's that low and in on the inner half to those lefties. Really, when it has that good downward bite, it is a really tough pitch to hit. It goes right back, and that's a good eye by Slimp.
And a full count here from Jory Hurd coming to Slimp. Loads the bases with a walk for Megan Grant. Stop me if you've heard this before. In the 5th inning, same situation. Bases juiced. Megan Grant at the plate. Hello, number 40.
Wow. I mean, I can't believe that she's already up again. It just feels like that was last inning where
it was.
All of You're right. Good pitch.
You see Megan Grant's approach at the plate. It's all about the breath work. Settling in, clearing her head. It's become her routine. Development sophomore year. Megan Grant. That tree will never forget that.
Man. That's a good spot, though. It's a long strike.
Pitcher mentality over here.
Man. Jory Hurd wanted to get another softball.
Oh, we're not getting the one out of the tree.
No, I don't blame it. Get one that you like.
Shot up the middle. One run across. Bruins look for 2. They get it off the bat of Megan Grant, and then it rolls back out to center. Runners on the corners. But Grant plates 2 more.
Man, I would have loved to know the exit velo off this. Right back up the middle. She hit this so hard. And Anderson was close where she was at. Wow. But right now, Courtney, I know you mentioned it, but one more run would put South Carolina in a position to have to score. This game would be over, and seems like yet again another tough task here with Jordan Woolry up, the RBI leader on this team.
Megan Grant, 6 RBI today, a grand slam, and a 2 RBI single. Sadri Meonio is going to run for her at first base.
And they are going to go to the bullpen. And listen, Jory Hurd was last inning brought into a bases loaded situation that was obviously, tough task. Maybe bringing in Neely Lamb, and her day will be done as she had been re-entered to relieve Emma Friedel.
And Jory Herg, someone who has carried the biggest load for South Carolina this season. She's one of those seniors. And if South Carolina doesn't rally here, this could be her last game. And Neely Lamb steps in. Runners on the corners, one away, and Jordan Woolry, the best RBI getter in the nation, is coming to the plate.
Well, and she has that good rise and that change, and I think it's about trying to come in and have as much confidence as you truly can. That changeup is her go-to, though. We saw her yesterday throw that pitch against Cal State Fullerton 5 times in a row, I remember at one point. So it's something that she can throw constantly and at any count. And I mean, but this UCLA offense, like I told you, it's important for them to be able to put up runs for Taylor Tinsley, knowing she's at times been kind of their one and only, but just incredible what they're able to do. The pop, the power, the swagger, all the things. And at home.
Well, this regional is matching up with the Tallahassee regional, where UCF is the champion. So the winner today here, South Carolina's got to win twice, but right now UCLA up by 7 and threatening to put on more. One win for the Bruins, and they would host UCF in Supers. Jordan Woolry will step to the plate. Against Neely Lamb, who did pitch 1 2/3 innings against UCLA. Gave up 1 hit and no runs. What can Woolry do? Runners on the corners, 1 away.
Well, when we got the chance to sit and talk with Jordan, what stood out to me the most was this year is my love letter to softball. I'm just having the most fun that I've ever had, and just everything is just coming together, and just summed it up so great.
Inside for ball 2. Jordan Woolry has a long list of accomplishments this season. Tied for 2nd in single season RBI all time. Fair ball. Riley Slimp across. Green light to score some more for Meonio. She's in sole possession of 2nd single season RBI with that swing right there.
Well, the swagger of this UCLA offense is on full display today. Tack on a couple more RBIs for Jordan Woolry, who is already a part of an elite group of only 5 that have ever been able to do it, with what seems like is going to have plenty more time to keep throwing up those ribbies if they can hold this lead with.
It's the first challenge used by South Carolina. If this play stands, or if the call is confirmed, UCLA is up by 9. So that means that South Carolina would have to score 2 in the bottom of this inning to keep the game going into the 7th. Remember, South Carolina is the home team in this game. The run rule is up 8 runs after 5 innings.
Yeah, I feel like it looked like it was fair ball the way that it crossed. I mean,
yeah.
The base runner got out of the way.
Call on the field was a fair ball. It has to be indisputable evidence for them to overturn that call.
Well, and Christina Drum, I mean, had the best eyes in the house, and she put her hand up right away. Let's see. Ooh.
It's hard to tell the location of the ball on that one.
Definitely worth the challenge for South Carolina.
Yeah, their season on the line. And this play allowed 2 runs to score. And we have a decision from Pittsburgh. Call on the field was a fair ball.
After further review, the play of fair ball stands. South Carolina has 1 remaining challenge.
So they did not see enough to overturn the call on the field. And Jordan Woolry will keep those 2 RBIs off of the double. That puts UCLA up 10-1 in the top of the 6th inning. With just 1 out. And here's Alina Garcia. Neely Lamb ahead 0-2. Hops to Natalie Heath. 2 down.
Okay, big bat Nat. Pick that. It's a good play. Needing someone to just make the good grab on defense. And that was big to get 2 outs.
Bri Alejandre doubled in the 5th inning for UCLA. That extended her to now a 6-game hit streak. Jammed up in no man's land, right in front of Lelio. Jordan Woolry scores. Alejandre throwing the hands up over at second. Just the perfect spot.
Well, and listen, Lelio's respecting the power of Alejandre, so she's back, right? And this is just a jam job Judy. Finds a way to get some grass. I mean, doesn't make sense in that moment for Lelio to lay out for that. If it gets by her, it's just potentially more additional runs.
They give it a single and then advancing to second on an error on left field. It is an RBI for Alejandre, and Kanaya Bragg up as the Bruins have batted around now. Kanaya Bragg goes, boom! Her 17th long ball.
Wow. I feel like now they're just showing off. So good.
So good.
She knew it from the jump, too. Hands up. Bri knew. I mean, just the energy. Listen, this type of a game is so good to be able to have love. If they can close this out heading into a super regional, remembering this. I mean, this little cutie here supporting her team. Oh. We got Seneca Curo, you got Maya Brady.
Bruins have 10 home runs over 3 games this weekend.
Wow.
And now Alexis Ramirez up for the 2nd time in this inning. And South Carolina can't stop the bleeding. Their season in jeopardy.
Yeah, it just definitely feels like a tough day to be a pitcher right now for South Carolina. You've seen UCLA put together a pretty good game plan.
And on this pitch on the full count, can Neely Lamb get out of this one? Just keep it coming. Lefty Ramirez rolls into the wall. Safe at second. You can't stop these Bruins.
No, and I mean, just showcasing good hitting, right? She goes down and gets this pitch. Not a bad spot. Go and get it. Solid piece of hitting. It's just on an absolute rope to left center. And it doesn't get any easier.
Yeah, Sujin Berry, who's had 5 hits this weekend. A UCLA team who averages over 10 runs a game. Hitting that and more today. Wow. Look at the 7 extra base hits today. Sujin Berry with her own blast to the trees. Bruins getting after it.
I think she was past first base before the ball even came down. I got to give a shout out and just say the old Michelle Smith, elevate and celebrate. This had so much hang time. Way past first base before, I mean, what? Holy moly.
That's 4 home runs today. 11 in the regional. And now it is 15-1.
Man, I mean, I feel for the pitchers. I do. It definitely doesn't feel good being out there when this is happening, and each one's gone through their own little thing with this offense. I empathize with them. It definitely at times feels like a hitter's game. It can be challenging to get hitters out, and just kind of the momentum you felt from the Bruins being at home, and man.
This one rolls to Natalie Heath. South Carolina has a lot of work to do. Gamecocks have got to score or the run rule is in effect, and they got to score quickly because UCLA is here. Hello, offense for the Bruins. Everybody in this lineup is a threat.
The NCAA Softball Regionals are presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
UCLA just put up a 9 spot in the top of the 6, and now South Carolina must score 7 runs to keep this game going and keep their season alive, or the run rule will be in effect. UCLA came into this game having to only win 1 time against the Gamecocks today. Carolina needed 2, and now a major hole, down 15-1 in the bottom of the 6th, and Taylor Tinsley in the circle trying to close it out. A spot in Supers against UCF on the line.
Well, I will say this, though. CBU still holds a record this regional.
Well, 10 runs in an inning, yeah. UCLA only got 9.
It was close.
And Carly Shelton, 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Gamecocks. Call time here as Alina Garcia will once again, the second time we've seen her do this, come over and talk to Tinsley.
Well, and it's good too, right? 2-0. Let's go. Lock in. We just put up 9. Need ya. And both times that Alina Garcia has done that in the game, it has been at 2-0 counts, and Taylor Tinsley comes firing back with the strike.
Carly Shelton. Over to left is Phillips, who just took over left field. Well, UCF getting a big win out in Tallahassee, advancing to the Super Regional just for the 2nd time as they take down the host, Florida State. That will be the opponent for UCLA if this score holds. Jamie McKay now. And Jamie McKay, one of 8 seniors on this South Carolina team who have helped them battle one of the toughest schedules in the nation this year and make it back to the tournament.
But I like it. I like the nibbling by Taylor Tinsley. Good spots.
Fouled off.
I mean, I feel like it has to be said. If South Carolina doesn't come back here and do it and they're going home, I feel like a little part of me is going home with them. I've called a good chunk of these games with South Carolina. I feel like it's been fun just getting to know them and the pitchers, and got a really tough SEC gauntlet of a schedule they have, but battled, but the pitchers were just in tough today. This UCLA offense, I think that's really going to be what takes them where they want to go. I think Taylor Tinsley is fabulous, don't get me wrong, but they really are relying on one arm, so it's going to come down to being able to put up a lot of runs a lot of the time, and I think they can do it. I mean it's a football score today.
Yeah. Never seen a 1 in football.
Well, I'm talking the 15. I'm not
well, that too.
See, yet again, calling me out. I don't do that to you. It's fine.
Lamar scooting back in center, 2 down.
But it goes back to that fight from this offense on Friday night. They very well in that CBU game could have pulled in the towel, and man, it just could have crumbled, but they didn't, and they fought back from one of the craziest. Was it the 5th inning?
5th inning.
5th inning.
They gave up 10 runs.
10 runs to CBU, and they won in the bottom of the inning and just turned up the heat the rest of this regional by beating South Carolina yesterday to clinching their ticket to the regional final, to then doing what they're doing today. And it seems like the Bruins are just starting to heat up at the right time.
And for Taylor Tinsley specifically, who came out Friday, not her best stuff. A very tough outing for her. Boy, did she flip the page quickly.
So good, but that's that vet, right? Like knowing you got to have short-term memory, especially in the circle. But the belief has never wavered, right? Like, you know, Kelly Inouye Perez, you see Alina Garcia, you see them always in her ear, that constant chatter. Nobody better.
And South Carolina down to its final strike. Tate Davis to the warning track. And the Bruins bash their way back into supers.
What a performance, Courtney.
15 runs, 4 home runs. None more exciting than a Megan Grant grand slam for her record 40th home run this season.
This is going to be, wow, the postseason is sure going to be interesting. Oh, man, it's just the mama heart in me seeing the South Carolina, knowing those seniors, their time is done. Just Rhodey and McKay and Winters, man. Heck of a season, ladies. Jory Hurd in the circle and her leadership and what she's meant to this South Carolina program. Been there as a freshman. She leaves as a senior.
Well, South Carolina going home, but UCLA playing some really good softball right now. And their offense, let me tell you, it's fun to watch in person. It's fun to watch on TV all season, but to see it in person, to see what they did today and how well they passed the bat, it's incredible. And it's probably really scary for everybody else watching if you're going to play them.
It is. 1 through 9, everyone in this lineup has a home run. I mean, just the pop, the power, and the swagger. That, to me, is the difference maker. This is a team that is confident in their abilities, and damn, they are good.
Well, it's time now for our Capital One rewarding performance. I don't think it's hard to guess. Megan Grant, number 40, adding to her Division I record.
No big deal. Man, pretty cool to see something like this in person. Former teammates fired up for her. Just making history, just continuing to inspire the younger generation of athletes and sketching her name in the record books a little bit more and a little bit more.
And Megan Grant is joining us now. Megan, what does it feel like to hit 40 home runs in a season?
I mean, it's surreal. When I first started, I did not think, I would ever get to this point, but I guess the hard work pays off,
Oh, they just slapped the bracket behind you. Come on!
Sorry, guys.
No, don't apologize.
Hey, I want to talk about Taylor Tinsley. I know we talk a lot about your offense, but man, Friday she struggled, but the fight yesterday and her performance today, talk about her.
I mean, Tins, we always say she's got that dog in her. She'll do anything for this team. She's putting herself on the line for us. So, as an offense, we try to do everything we can for her, score as many runs as possible, because she is sacrificing a lot for us.
Well, I think one more thing. The Bash sisters get to stay together for another weekend. How does that feel?
I mean, it feels amazing, I'm just enjoying these last moments with these girls as much as I can, having as much fun as possible, not just with Joe and Tins, but just with all the girls on the team.
Well, hey, let's do it. Why don't you have us host a Super? UCF coming to town. We'll see you next weekend, Megan.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
UCLA putting up 15 runs. Megan Grant, her 40th home run of the season. Maya Brady just holding up Jordan Woolry's face.
Man.
One UCLA great to another. And so the Super Regional is set. UCLA is going to host UCF in a best 2 out of 3 series starting next week.
It's going to be exciting to see. Listen, I think every Super Regional, something crazy can happen. At this point in the postseason, anything can happen, and that is the beauty of this game. You got to win 2 out of 3, because at what we've seen over regional, anyone can beat anyone on any given day, but to beat a team twice means you are the true dog. And we will see UCLA kick off next weekend. I can't wait.
And well, this UCLA offense has shown that they are ready. They hit 11 home runs on the weekend. They put up 15 runs in the regional final. No bigger swing than number 40. A 7th career Grand Slam for Megan Grant. And this UCLA team is going to Supers. Let's get you back to 7 innings live. Alyssa, that was amazing.